Captain Sunny Waffles. I may or may not clip this. I don't know, so I have to do an intro. Doctor Who review, burning its legacy for fuel. We're gonna watch a Disparu video, then maybe not even all of it, to be honest with you. And then we're gonna listen to some Who's views. I'm gonna eat for the first part, and then we'll get into some video games as well. Pokemon Auto Chess. I like that game.
The Creature in Mid...
Doctor Who Episode 3, the one where it's...
The sequel no one ever expected.
The Creature in Midnight...
And something that even Russell T Davies knows is a terrible idea.
And it's the kind of episode you should never do a sequel to. So that's where we went, frankly. Right to that.
I'm sure that'll work well. That's a dangerous risk to take, especially following last week, which got the worst ever ratings of a Doctor Who episode, although this one did go up by 280,000. The episode itself is more sci-fi, and in fact, Russell T Davies learned something I didn't think he could comprehend.
We're in a funny territory between acceptable deaths and non-acceptable deaths with Kev, the 6-year-olds watching this.
There are some things that 6-year-olds should be kept away from. I mean, banging people, pronouns, and cutting your own bits off, that's all fine for them. But somebody getting shot, that's a step too far. They can get subjected to perversion, but just not learn how to defend themselves from it. How very BBC. In the show, though, we get some massive surprises. Bet you can't guess what Cutie Gatwa did again. And in fact, we even get to see Cutie's O-face.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to know what was happening below the camera. And of course, as this is a sequel to Midnight with a very famous monster, they definitely obeyed their own law.
It's behaving slightly differently.
The Creature in Midnight was only ever heard, not seen. In the well, it gets physical and deadly.
Yes, they've entirely changed how the monster works. Almost as if it's an entirely different creature and they just stuck the name on it.
The elements kind of said to me, like, it's a mining planet, and it's deserted, and it's deadly, and it's poisonous, and there's something hidden. So that all just kind of demanded. It said, actually, don't try to pretend this is something else. This is the same planet.
Because in this episode, it focuses on... anything that's not very expensive. Always a money saver, filming in a quarry with a monster that nobody can see. Well, most of the time, because when you can see him, it's worse.
You give a fright mask to unleashed regular Paul Casey.
BBC have more money than ever and end up with a monster that looks like it's from Wish. No wonder he kept hiding behind people. That was just from embarrassment.
Are you going big?
I am. I'm trying my best.
Yes. Oh my goodness me. You horrible man!
Don't worry though, you can't complain about this episode because they've got their shield of protection. The main character is a retard.
Rhoda.
Oh, sorry, no, she's just deaf and can't talk. I think it's common sense that in acting, where you have to talk, being able to talk is a key component of that. Not in Doctor Who, though. Now we're going to virtue signal. Alice wasn't written as a deaf character, but when her name came up, she'd acted for such a long time in soap operas. I said yes. Davis went on to say that this was one of the reasons to cast diversely, because all involved can learn a thing or two along the way. An episode of television only gets better when the main actress can't speak properly, and everyone around her is too rude to say so. Rather than explaining to her that she can't talk and then teaching her how to correct herself, after all, it's not as if she knows. Instead, these people hate her so much, they put...
I need my mic. That's incredible. That's incredible. I don't think she doesn't have a place in the show or even on TV as a character, but it would help if she like added to the plot. Like it's just to show like, oh, look, what if this creature interacted with a deaf person? Okay. What if the deaf person solved the problem in the end?
Put her on primetime television speaking like this.
I love that she's hiding what she didn't really want to tell, but she didn't really have a choice.
And then have the gall to tell everybody else it's their problem.
You learn stuff about the prejudices. There's moments when people turn their backs on Alice, and so they're deliberately shielding their lips from her, which makes her angry.
To be fair, he says it makes her angry. Do you think this is angry?
Don't turn your back on me! Don't turn your back on me!
They turn their backs on her because they're talking about killing her. That's not anger, that's justified terror about getting what she deserves.
Which is all very true. That's true, a real lived, authentic deaf experience.
It's an authentic deaf experience of not being able to hear people. This show really thinks they did something with this character.
Go through the entire script, and we actually...
Exactly. Exactly, that's my point. It's all window dressing. It's all virtue signaling. They didn't actually do anything with the character. Right? But if you say anything bad, You look like a an idiot, a hatred bigot. But like, what did she do?
She had notes off her of course corrections of how to do things, how to phrase things, how to say things exactly.
That's just what I want. Triggered lecturing from somebody that can't talk properly. So you have to phrase this correctly, because otherwise I'm going to get very angry. Except I won't know, because I don't know what you've said. I'm just going to get the henpecking from somebody that demands I turn around and talk at them, even when I'm speaking to somebody else, just so they can find out I'm insulting them and get offended over it. Darling, if people are turning away from it...
But that's fair, right? And they do the same thing with the lead soldier girl, lady, later, where the doctor's signing to her, but they don't read sign language, right? Because she who wasn't using the visual thing. And she said, hey, speak so we all can hear you, right? Nobody wants to be spoken about in a room full of people and you don't know what they're saying about you. Like, it's a global thing. It's not just for deaf people. It's everybody.
Yeah? Maybe it's for the best.
He's going to become like a deaf icon because he's dying. Name me the doctor. The deaf community would go mad over that.
They're easily pleased, aren't they? The guy spends half an hour learning a few words and just waves his hand around for a bit. He's going to be a deaf icon to their community. They're all in a bar talking to each other, having a great time. Except nobody can tell.
Why am I wearing shorts in a quarry on a freezing February night shoot?
No, this is the episode where even the monster doesn't make sense to the cast.
So I definitely did not understand it when I read the script. I read that whole sequence as it being like, oh wow, that's really scary, loads of people die.
The main character we're supposed to think we need to save just kills a load of innocent people, and
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Even the actors, Belinda, she's stupid, but still, she goes, I just thought the monster killed a bunch of people. I didn't know what happened.
we played the game of Spot the British Man. As we're watching this, just pay attention to who's in power, who's giving the orders, and count the different identity groups, because you know, as soon as they appear on the screen, who's in charge, and who's going to betray them. And as I've said before, if my stereotypes are so wrong, how come I'm always right? So join me as we go through the sequel that never should have been and nobody wanted.
It's a sequel no one ever expected. And it's the kind of episode you should never do a sequel to.
And discover, does the Doctor save anybody in this episode? Possibly the first person in 2 series. The answer's no, by the way. We start in the TARDIS. Yeah, she's flying the TARDIS now, putting things in on the controller because a random nurse definitely knows how to control a spaceship. I do trust her gripping that shaft. Then again, if I want to make that joke, she's probably okay with pushing some buttons as well. Wrote myself into a bit of a corner there, didn't I? She's the one flying it now. Yeah, I really should have predicted that one, shouldn't he?
So, we can't get home. And if the TARDIS isn't broken?
She got lost. You wanted to navigate via a god that was stopping you getting back home, and you thought a woman driver would be good at that, did you? Stereotypes are so wrong. How come they're always correct? But she's upset as she doesn't know why. Is the Earth still there? Has it been destroyed by a moth? He loves the idea of a massive moth.
Imagine a moth that big.
I think we all knew he'd be a size queen. Is the planet safe? I hope so.
You hope?
Come here.
There does seem to be a theme of hope ever since we had a Christmas episode.
There's hope, you know.
Where some fat wench flew up into the sky and turned into a sun.
He was right all along. I'm Joy.
There's still hope.
She gave people hope that the food supply would actually continue to exist now she's gone. But since then, every episode has mentioned hope in some kind of way or form. I don't know whether it's part of the plot and I'm supposed to be picking up on it, or whether Russell T Davies is just so lacking in creativity he keeps using the same words. It's genuinely a toss-up. After all, the last
Genuinely
series
a
finale
toss-up.
was literally, she doesn't matter.
I will meet your mum and dad.
No need to threaten her, mate. The last thing her parents want is someone bringing you back to them. Are you sure this is a good idea? He doesn't strike me as the kind of man that wants a fish course.
And your mum can whistle at my behind.
What? This is one of did I hear that correctly moments?
And your mum can whistle at my behind.
That why the dad's laughing? Oh, finally she's cheating on me. I can get a divorce. Or is it because she's whistling at a guy who's clearly not interested?
That is a promise.
That is a threat. But she says, you can't promise. It's like, I can, I will, and I do. It's like, yeah, obviously he can promise. Doesn't mean he's gonna do it. Promises are easy. Fulfilling them is the hard bit. Like, how does he convince her mum she's in with a chance? That's what I want to know. But they land, and he grabs the Vindicator.
500,000 years in the future, we have jumped, baby.
500,000 years in the future. Imagine the hate speech laws. No wonder they put a deaf person in it. Under that much legislation, she'd have the power of God. You offend her, you'd end up in a time prison yourself.
That's massive.
That's what your mum will say. He may be in Britain, but he's not from here.
Do we still exist? I mean me.
You mean you? Do I still exist? I mean, I'm talking to you, but I am a bit thick.
Human beings. Is there still a human race in 500,000 years?
What about the English? I don't care about the rest of them. What about the important people?
There's always a human race. You voyage out there and own it.
Well, that is a particularly complex way to call her a slag, isn't it? I've heard people have been going around the block, but she's going around the universe. So many species, so little time.
Far and wide.
It would be after that many people, wouldn't it? You think Cutie's big? Imagine the alien species. There's gotta be shapeshifters. They can expand. Although not as much as her.
Come and see.
In that order, normally it's done in reverse. You see and then come.
Do they still speak English?
Have you heard Cutie's accent? Sometimes I'm wondering if he's speaking English now.
What you talking about?
You. Then you. You did too. Spur.
Thank you.
Spur? The TARDIS translates.
Yes, now you've been inside it. Nobody knows how she understood in the first episode, though, when she wasn't in it yet. But then we find out the 4IQ Mensa person, mental person, after her genius in the last episode, asks the important questions.
Do we get to change our clothes?
I hope so, you skanky bit. You've worn that dress for 500,000 years. Imagine the stench.
You are beginning to enjoy this.
You're never gonna convince her mom she's in with a chance.
Come on.
I never wanted to hear this in Doctor Who. But then we find out why her dad will be laughing at Cutie Gatwa. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go pew pew. Men spend their early lives trying to imitate gunshots. Women ended up going pew pew.
That looks good.
It's supposed to be a space outfit, not a pissing fashion convention. Also, their clothes are a bit suspicious, because as they leave, everyone else turns up right by their spaceship wearing the same pissing clothes.
If you don't mind, my name is the Doctor.
I don't care, it's the Doctor. How did you know the clothes that they were going to be wearing? Is there only one spacesuit in 500,000 years? All the benefits of the free market reduced to one outfit. It's a good job he liked his scuba diving equipment, isn't it?
We're just popping in, really. Helmet!
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh god, they're talking. Cover their faces. Wait, that was lucky. Hang on. This is the row of helmets. There was exactly 2 spare helmets waiting for them. That was lucky. I think that should be Russell T Davies' tagline. Russell T Davies. That was lucky. Why did that happen in the plot? Because it needed to.
Touch!
Yeah, these people are so thick, they need a woman screaming at them on how to put a helmet on.
Auto seals! On!
Including how to auto-seal them. Going into space, you have to manually do your automatic seal. Explain that one to me. Based. I would just push them out first. This is all it takes to rid yourself of 2 of the most insufferable people in the universe. Push them out of plane. As we go through the intro and go through the pocketed back end of time and space, through the different time periods of the colonic universe, we find out that unfortunately, they survive. Better luck next time, eh? If we keep pushing them out,
they survive.
Eventually they'll run out of gas. Cutie, though, always a fan of his favourite Shaft.
I know.
Oh, that's a big one. Even got LED lights on it, so you can guide it in the dark.
Look.
It's a Welsh quarry. But when the crew realise they're on a planet with Belinda and Cutie, they get surprisingly based. Blow their heads off. It's not like Cutie's never done that before.
Explain yourselves.
Probably could have guessed who the leader was before I told you. Also, out of the people on either side of her, which one do you think the traitor is? You won't be surprised. Of course, the Doctor, though, just magics his way out of the situation.
Who's your commanding officer back at base? Well, I'm higher than Chinchapa.
Who's your boss? I'm higher than your boss.
Apologies.
And that's it. I don't even see the point in them getting arsey if you just solve it that easily. They have a problem, though. They can't get back to the ship because there's some weird energy in the atmosphere, so they've got to wait for it to come down slowly, which is going to take about 5 hours.
Oh, this is a test.
Yes. Yes.
Every episode of modern Doctor Who is a test of stamina and mental fortitude. Can you get through it without brain damage? Only the strongest survive.
Yes.
He asks why they're here, though, and so she goes to show them. It's a mining base that digs deep into the core. They lost contact with it and the 45 people that inhabited it.
Trooper 3, any signs of life? Nothing. No movement.
Bear in mind who's getting asked for all of the important information, who's in charge, who keeps answering.
We can't scan for heartbeats because of the radiation, so there's still hope.
It's hope again, see?
There's hope, you know. There's still hope.
Either he's sending me secret messages through the television, Or he only knows one word and keeps repeating it. I don't know. Either it's true or I'm paranoid and he's thick. Bit like that character, really. She was asked if there's any signs of life and she's like, well, the dome's not damaged, but I don't have sensors, so I don't know. I'm just assuming there might be.
Hope is irrelevant.
Hope is irrelevant. That's what I thought. They're the people that made a pissing episode about her.
He was right all along. I'm Joy.
Sent her into space, turned her into light, then killed her god.
Thank you.
As a captain, though, obviously she cares about her soldiers.
Troopers 4 to 9, follow us in. 10, maintain exterior guard.
That's how very dehumanizing. 1 to 3, go over there. 4 to 7, that way. What you gonna make them do next? Pick cotton?
Trooper 2. Salty.
Ah, yes, the two men teaming up in a group. I'm sure they won't cause trouble later.
Any threat to life you have for mission, shoot to kill.
They keep saying that as well. All the time. It's just shoot to kill him, shoot to kill him. It's his dangly bits and low testosterone that makes him very aggressive. Someone with fallopian tubes would be able to solve this problem without the violence. You get like a therapist in or something and cry.
I keep thinking.
Don't strain yourself, love. I love how she says it as if it's an unusual experience. Like there are times in her life where she doesn't.
I keep thinking.
Yeah, to me that's just an autonomous process. I don't need to say it out loud like it's unusual. You know what I've been doing this morning? Thinking. Been really hard. Had to have an extra sandwich just to power the energy. But as the doctor continues to undress her, he decides to start undressing him as well. Wow, chicky wow wow. The thing is, as he's obviously not interested in it.
You should stay suited.
Oh, quite good advice. Everybody in this base has been killed. We might need to leave in a hurry.
Just not loving the look, babes.
Yeah, I think you should keep that suit on to save your life. It's like, no, my fashion sense.
Welcome in. Yeah, I'm fine. Water down the wrong pipe. How you been, buddy? Did you watch the Sense Sphere today? You know about the Sense Sphere? That's not a Lolan Grimer.
Senses all over the place. Makes me look like a skater boy who said see you later boy, babes.
It's not appropriate to call me babes. Okay, hon.
When I do that, I'm a bigot. I mean, the reason this isn't appropriate is because he's a man and you're calling him babes. If he didn't have any dangly bits, it'd be fine.
It's also not
Cutie cat,
professional, is it? It's like very unprofessional. Yep, I did not watch all of it, sadly. It's not a bad thing. Then you have something to watch later. When I miss a Sense Sphere episode, I watch it during work. I listen to it.
Not one to understand basic reality. You say people have roles, he just gets all confused.
We have a body.
I know. That's how you walk around. Unfortunately, though, he means a corpse. Outside, everybody's dead, Dave.
Where is everybody on?
They're dead, Dave.
Who is?
Everybody, Dave.
Everybody.
Don't touch them! Oh, but they might still be alive.
What, Captain Hollister?
Everybody's dead, Dave.
Who cares if they might still be alive? They might be infected with a deadly virus. They could be emitting gamma radiation that melts your skin. He's saying don't touch them for your own safety, but they might be alive. Yes, the guy that's been lying on the floor for days before you got here might somehow be alive. He's been eating the floor and surviving off the moisture that condenses on the wall next to him or something.
Okay, no, sorry. They've been dead for a while.
Yeah. Didn't have to be a nurse to tell you that one, love. The guy that died a week ago might actually be dead. Oh, the NHS is sending their best.
I'd say that he's broken his neck. Or broken everything.
I don't even know how that happens. Surely by the time he'd break everything, his body would be mush. They go through the...
It's the dialogue is so sad in this episode, dude, because like I thought that was gonna mean something. He's like, oh man, we broke everything. This is really good for me right now. I need to level up. Now I'm Dark 5 and I'm planning Barry's Crash 3. It's pretty good. Yeah, the dialogue is so sorry in this episode. It's so bad. What'd you rate this episode, Neo Gear, out of 10?
Base though and discover more bodies. The bodies though have various wounds. They've been shot. Some have been shot in the back.
Laser fire.
Others have had their bones broken. And while Cutie is confused about what's happening, the important person in the TARDIS is coming up with all the intellectual, inductive reasoning.
They broke all the mirrors.
Strange how the Doctor didn't notice that. Maybe it's just because her superpower is vanity. Walk into a room and she can't see her own reflection. No wonder she noticed. The most important person in this room is me. Would explain her love of
Clothes. Every single room, there's no mirrors.
And I've checked all of them. I've been walking around here wanting to fix my hair for hours.
There's no mirrors.
It is only at that point that the Doctor notices the big pile of smashed mirror next to him. Cutie's doctor is the one that, as he was growing up, had a sign outside his school that said, "Slow children." You'd think they'd find that offensive, but on the plus side, Cutie couldn't read it, so...
Whatever did this was strong.
Her inductive reasoning isn't the best. The hardest material known to man, a mirror, is the one that you get 7 years bad luck for smashing them. That was created so that you handle them
We
carefully
got the Darkstone?
because they're fragile. No one can smash
I
a
should've
mirror.
kept my
Have you seen the
Turtwig.
strength of my face?
Half of them have been shot. Half of them have been assaulted. What sort of fight is that?
Not surprised you
Arena
don't know, love. It's
floor
not like
where
you
they
ever
not
would have
sleep
been in
24
one. Can we get
hours.
one of the men in that might have been?
Refresh
Maybe they'll have
2
some
out of 10.
experience in the matter.
Okay, that's interesting. That makes sense too. I gave it a 0, my guy. Absolute 0. This is some of the worst Doctor Who I've ever seen in my life. Oh, I thought I messed up here. Alright, we need a field grass boy. Took my Dark Boy. I thought this was easily one of the worst episodes of Doctor Who I've ever seen. Pretty good episode, but not enough. Him saying babes, you would say that.
Belinda says though, what if nobody's alive? What shall we do? And of course, one of the only people with dangly bits in the entire team. We should have just nuked it from orbit. He is correct. The show thinks that's a bad idea, but he is correct.
Never heartbeat.
Which is kind of surprising, because when you meet her, she doesn't have a soul, let alone a heartbeat.
He's surviving. Could be the killer.
Could be both.
I say that as if that's so impressive. If it was a killer, it would be the survivor. Like, whoever it is, it's a survivor. If it's the killer, that's still a survivor. And he's like, it could be both. Yes, it's pissing obvious, isn't it? Because they open up the room to find the deaf girl.
Quadrant, keep a safe distance.
Can you take me home?
Can you take me home? I've just murdered this person over here. I just want to go home. Do you think I'm taking the piss? That is exactly what happens in this scene.
You can do whatever you want.
I love how he knows that she's deaf. That, oh, she can't talk properly, definitely can't hear herself. Because if she could hear herself, it'd piss
Yeah, I
and
can't
correct her
tell if
language.
this guy trolling or not. That's not his fault. That's RTD's fault. If RTD could write a real script and a real story, it wouldn't sound like trolling. I'm gonna pick the ground type or the dark type. Just keep adding dark types. That's so funny. I can't tell if this guy's trolling or not. He's not trolling. These aren't the jokes. He's just saying what he sees most of the time.
Take me home.
Doesn't even make sense why she's signing at them. The odds that they know sign language would be the same as them thinking you're doing an S Club 7 dance.
Do not approach.
Doctor, be careful.
Oh god, that's just what we need, isn't it? 2 random people with a lower IQ henpecking at him. But you've got to be careful. Like, have you not seen me? I have 2 hearts I can regenerate from death. I'm the Lord of Time and Space. I've gone around and destroyed entire civilization. I think I know better the limits of the future than 2 random birds. First though, I've got a daughter. She's 2 years old. I just want to get back to her. I just thought about that before you murdered the person in the room next to you, really, shouldn't you?
That's right. I shot her. I did it, but
Case closed. Can you take me home? I've got a daughter 2 years old. Oh, by the way, I murdered that person over there. I shot her, gave her what she
Nobody
pissing deserved.
cares.
On the one hand,
Right? Isn't that crazy? She is going around killing people. Well, nobody cares.
incredibly based. On the other hand, they would be well within their rights to shoot you in the face. Everyone in this base is dead except you, and you shot somebody else.
she was gonna kill me.
So then this guy activates probably the most niche piece of technology in the entire universe.
You, do not move.
As he says it, every word he says flashes in front of him to be read, just in case they meet a deaf person. Do you know how infinitesimally small that number is? Not only is it a tiny minority of people now, you telling me in 500,000 years, they wouldn't have come up with more medical treatments to cure them. And throughout all of that, you want to spend a lot of time and effort to create a holographic projector that every single person wears, just in case they meet one of the vanishingly small number of people on their special forces missions. It's not even like it reads their mind and puts what they're thinking so they can actually move and communicate quietly. They have to say the words.
Eyes on me at all times. Do you understand?
She says she understands, and then
Who are you?
already broke the rules. Keep your eyes on me at all times. Okay. What are you doing over there? Can't pay attention, me. Some people think it's a medical diagnosis. Other people think it's because I'm a dickhead.
My name is Ali Fendi.
What?
Ali Fendi.
Ali Fendi.
Ali Fendi.
I have no idea if that's correct. It could be Dave.
Confirmed on the manifest. Alice Pabber Fenley.
Abyss Palla Fenley. Is that what she said? I know that's what she... Alice Pally Fenley.
Ali Fendi.
Alice Pabber Fenley.
tell her that she can't speak and try and teach her to speak properly. She's an actress. It's pretty important. Like, how much do you hate this person that you're just basically
As Balogalith Cthulhu, what do you rate the episode of The Well? What are you rating it out of 10?
humiliating her in every show she goes in? It is incredibly rude to not tell her, I can't even understand your own name. So then the Doctor starts signing at her. They have a secret conversation. Remember this? I mean, hell, Davis never put 2 and 2 together.
You learn stuff about the prejudices. There's moments when people turn their backs on Alice, and so they're deliberately shielding their lips from her.
Don't turn your back on me.
It would be incredibly rude to turn your back on her because you'd get paranoid that she's talking behind your back.
I need you to keep everything audible, no private conversations.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, we gotta show that level of bigotry. Even
Yeah, no, they framed this scene. It is so disingenuous, right? That's bigotry, but the other one, she's a desperate victim, right? But no, both people don't like being talked about. Like, nobody in the world likes being talked about by other people in the same room, and you can't hear them. It's just, this is a human response. But yeah, they did stage it. Like, one was good and one was bad. It's criminal.
though she has a problem with other people doing it to her later on.
It doesn't matter the year. Signing still makes some people paranoid.
Please don't turn your back at me.
Yeah, signing makes people paranoid. You have to be a right arsehole to get offended that people are talking behind your back. Why on earth would you be paranoid about it?
Please, can you tell me what you're saying?
She is a complete bigot. Shouldn't be getting paranoid that people are turning their backs on you, you silly cow. He walks up to her and says, I'm the doctor.
I don't need a doctor.
Yeah, you do, you're deaf. It's 500,000 years in the future. He can probably cure you. He's a Time Lord. I'm pretty sure he can cure you. He made someone immortal once. You've just got a problem with your ears. She described the events that happened, though. They all went mad. Everyone went mad except her. Doesn't make sense. The rules of this episode don't actually make sense.
No,
the more
at
you
all.
find out about them.
And she was my
It doesn't
friend.
make sense
She was
from
going to
start
kill me
to
with her
be- to
bare
the end.
hand.
Pretty insulting, isn't it, really? Like, she knew you had a gun and she still wanted to use her bare hands on you. Are you sure she was your friend? Did you bang a boyfriend on that station? I need to know.
I have never fired a gun in my life, but what else could I do?
I would have said explain your case, but I'm not sure she would have understood you. You do find out, though, that whoever runs this base is pretty based.
I'm just a cook.
500,000 years in the future, we finally won, folks. On the one hand, the BBC want to put all the insufferable people in charge. On the other hand, they're also putting them back in the kitchen, so this is the problem with putting them in every role. You eventually loop back round to bigot.
There's not even cooking. I just open a flat pack totally and that's all.
Oh, very progressive. The future the BBC wants for all people. Oh, just open your slop and add salt to it. Belinda, though, wants to go and help her arm. I mean, it's a graze. It's not even a real proper injury, but at least she's trying to do something for other people for once. She tells her, though, don't worry, I'm a nurse. I'm here to help you.
Nurse, you can't sign. That's against the law.
What law? And why? You're a tiny fraction of an insignificant minority. I can't think of a greater waste of time than making people learn sign language just because you can't be bothered
Big
to
waste
read
of
lips.
time. Right, forget about it. You want your nurse to know pharmaceutical knowledge, have pharmaceutical knowledge, hospitality, anything, right? No, sign language.
They could even write it down. It would still save them time over learning sign language. For the perhaps off chance they may possibly meet a deaf person out of the
Deaf
insignificant
people can't read.
number of people that haven't been cured yet 500,000 years in the future.
Well, we have different laws.
Yeah. Sane ones. We don't want to waste everybody's life doing something unimportant and irrelevant. Imagine if they had to do that for every different minority group. If you're a fraction of the population, it's your duty to fit in with everybody else. You fit in with the majority culture. And society is created and made for the majority of people. That's why you integrate into it and fit into it. It's not their job to waste their lives trying to appeal to you, the fringe insignificant ones, otherwise known as selfish twat. I think everybody should appeal to me because I exist. There's a bridge over there, love.
But you're right. It should be the law.
What? Do you even know what you're asking?
It takes on average about 7 years to become fluent in sign language.
You want to waste 7 years of your life for the first deaf person you've ever met? I've got better things to do, like watching paint dry.
Not this.
Can't even be bothered to learn how to talk properly, thinks that I should waste 7 years of my life for them. What an arsehole.
Can I ask, you've been on your own for a long time?
It's understandable, really. It's as though everyone went crazy. Do you know what happened? Was there noise? A gas? Did you fart and drive them insane? I need to know.
I don't know.
Why?
Yes, I don't know. I'm going to lie to you and get you killed because I'm a selfish and for some reason you're gonna like me afterwards. He's like, why did they smash all the mirrors? And she gives that face. For some reason we're trusting her.
Isn't it?
I don't know. Is it a lie if you don't say it? That's what's probably going through her head. Can fingers lie? That's the thing. She should spend time learning I talk with my hands all the time. If she can't understand them, I don't think I'm the one to blame. She needs to waste 7 years of her life learning my hand language.
Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. The eyes. Look around the eyes, look around the eyes.
The guy, though, obviously, having dangly bits, only sensible person out of the group.
So we just abandoned on protocol, is that it, man?
We should probably do this by the book because we already know she's a murderous cow. We should at least put her in handcuffs. She just shot a woman.
But she doesn't look like she could break the necks of half the crew.
No, but she did say she shot a woman, so she's at least a murderer.
You hope, but hope is irrelevant.
We're just talking about Hope again. Someone so big, we're all surprised they could fit her on screen. Doctor, though, heads off to Central Control. Then he turns off his text-to-speech.
Belle, be careful of her.
I can still it, breathe.
So, nobody was talking to you, love. You're irrelevant. He was talking to Belinda about you. Be careful of the murderous bint. Your thoughts on the matter are irrelevant. You're the murderous bint. Be careful of this one. I think she's a lying slag. I can hear you. I don't care if the factually accurate statement offends you. Don't apologise. That either means I'm sorry or I'm really hungry. I don't know why we're apologising. She should be careful of her. She is lying about a murderous creature that's invaded her space. She's like, yes, I'm very important, as I'm gonna get you all killed. But it's been a while, so I think it's about time we remind everybody that the...
I was yapping to myself. I almost made Scrafty, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna stay at 50 gold so I make an extra 5 in interest. We'll just lose or... no, we win again. It's pretty good. And then... probably level up and go Dark 7.
The men are evil.
Any sign of trouble, shoot to kill.
Yeah, you're supposed to think that's the bad
Oh,
thing.
you're
I'm surprised we haven't shot her already. If we knew the truth, we'd definitely be shooting her already. And yet, no, what we're supposed to do is talk about her feelings. Does nobody think about her feelings? Belinda, though, gets given a medical pack and doesn't know what any of the stuff is.
It's only a basic pack. I don't know what any of this is. You're a funny sort of nurse.
Not really. I mean, it's the NHS.
Not
The only
really.
funny thing about this situation is she's getting medical treatment without being put on a waiting list for 6 months.
Well, that has been said.
That's so kind.
The
You're so
second I
kind to
got
me.
rid of all
I
my
genuinely
stuff,
don't
right?
deserve it.
The second I started to play the game, of course, it just keeps freezing. You can't play anything I want to play. Life is pain. What do you think the overnights will be? Probably on par with Lux. Maybe a little less. Oh, perfect. Fucking jerks. Probably on par with Lux. 1.8. I don't know. I can see it going up and down. I can see it going up and down. Because it's an episode. If it gets 700k. I would also lose my mind. That'd be so good. I have to make Scrafty boys. Yeah, no dark type, right? Why would I get a dark type? No humans, right? Why would I get a human? I just have to replace Heatmore with this for the dark. Oh no, I have another dark chip. Wait. Let's take the field. Let's take the fielder and try to make more fielders. Alright, we just need to live. Which, I mean, oh, we're winning. Maybe. No, we're losing. Oh, maybe. Raiku's pretty good. Heatmore's pretty good. We'll try to get to 6th field. Because there's Litten, who's dark field, that I can put in. And then I just put in another one. God damn it. Which is not you. Need to go 7. Dark types. Need data. Oh shit. I mean, this works on Raikou as well, I guess. We gotta keep planting, I think. Gotta keep my berries going. I need another filter. I had to focus. I kind of broke a show by telling him my sister he's new. Did he feel bad? Dude, some people can't handle reality. It's kind of sad. Oh no! I didn't see it. This is really good for me. I need the fang. I need crit items. I didn't see it. Heal, heal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Need another guy. I have a Fury guy in? Oh, I do. I need to go. I need fielders. No.
That's why I'm doing this evil face. I'm surprised she didn't look down with the weird eyes. Back with the doctor in the control room, though. They're at the mine, digging up carbon-46.
Hello! No one home.
Yet the lights are still on. I consider this to be a metaphor for Cutie Gatwa. None of the controls are responding. There's a restraining bolt in the system, and so she thinks the way to solve this problem.
Get the room. Careful, boss.
Just shoot it, it'll be fine. She's like Jeremy Clarkson with fallopian tubes.
I was brought up in the wildlands, shooting dread sharks from the age of 6.
I think she means London. The only way to survive. Learn military strategies against the invaders.
I don't get
Could run faster than a snake glider.
And that explains
Which
how she
means I
could
need to
survive the locals.
replace-
So I got into the forces, 14 years old. The fight began the day I was born.
It's definitely London. He starts saying though, oh, I know that place, yes. Part of the foundation with Earth?
I can
What?
replace the
Earth?
cat with,
You don't know what Earth is?
dark type.
You've never heard of Earth? The humans? I don't know what
The
they
good
are.
one.
You've never heard of the
Sure.
humans? What about Belinda? She's the slag that populated the universe. Different man on every planet. Of course, though, Belinda's got to learn the same message, so we're just going to repeat the exact same scene immediately afterwards with a different person.
don't
Because,
get
it's a bit unlucky for us. You were a squad of 11, we made
we
it
can
13.
try, I
That's
guess.
why you're
If I
all
get a
going to
grass
die.
chip.
Probably a right thing to bring up to them, isn't it?
Is that an old Earth thing? An old what thing?
Well, we don't know Earth.
The human race? What's that then?
This is Belinda desperately trying to comprehend that she's irrelevant and doesn't matter and nobody cares. Now, I thought I was the main player character.
Have you ever heard of...
Yes. Briefly see the guy
Yeah, I
in
can't
the
get
helmet.
Oh, I need Litten.
What? I can't talk, or what?
So of course everybody
Need to
panics.
find
It's like,
Litten.
what's wrong? Can you see anything? What's there? And as she walks around to get a different view, she's like, well, it can't have gone anywhere. There's no room to escape out the back. I must just be seeing things.
I'm getting paranoid.
Or mentally deranged. Just turn. I'm an insane bitch.
What did you see?
I didn't.
Everyone, though, little bit on edge now. She's not telling what they saw for some reason. That's too important of an information to go, yo, it's this weird freaky head thing that came out behind hers. Either way, he goes around for a look behind her, can't see anything.
I want to go home.
I don't want you to go home. They would be well within their rights to vaporize you right now. When Stephen Moffat said, how do people learn good except through fiction? That's what heroic fiction is.
two
A
berries
set of
left.
constructed myths giving you an ideal to
Ah,
work
type
towards. That ideal at the moment is
theory
vaporizing her
about
in the
my
center of the
generation.
room.
Me
Fairy
too.
tales. Tell us what life...
I talked about it in the Sense Sphere today, where the entity is part of the bigeneration, or it got bigenerated, and one was on the leader and the another one escaped. And we talked about on the Sense Sphere as well the fact that the planet was soaked in Galvan radiation, and so that's how the planet was soaked in galvanic radiation, and the Doctor, when he bigenerated, was shot with a galvanic beam. So the entity bigenerated, kind of like the Doctor did. I'm down for that. It's fun.
Life is like and what you should be doing. I entirely agree with Moffat, and so that's why this story tells you that if you're a man, shut up, stay at the back, and do as you're told. Of the people menstruating nitroglycerin, and if you think that's a weird comment, I will find that clip. Just gotta watch an entire series to find out where it was. I would've... The soldier, though, only person that's